Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
It's the final countdown, less than 19 hours until Election Day begins at 7 a.m. tomorrow. And as candidates are making their final push, a judge is expected to rule on that lawsuit filed by Republican candidate for Secretary of State Christina Caramo. And that does top our news this noon. Thank you so much for joining us.
A judge should be handing down that ruling at any time now, really. For more, let's get over to Grant Herms, who is live in front of Huntington Place. And Grant, this could have a very serious impact on Detroit voters.
It really could. We are talking tens of thousands of votes. This lawsuit was filed just 12 days ago, and the judge is going to be issuing, what we are told at least, a written opinion in this. We haven't seen it yet, and we are less than 19 hours until the polls open tomorrow. And as you said, this lawsuit was filed by Republican Secretary of State candidate Christina Caramo. Now, Caramo is challenging Detroit's absentee ballot process and wanted, at least initially, to throw out what is now more than 65,000 votes, forcing those voters to either then vote in person tomorrow or vote absentee at their local clerk's office. There were several days of hearings last week, which got increasingly heated. At times, Caramo's attorneys even yelling at the judge and then filing a separate claim trying to get that judge to be removed from the case. Now, ultimately, the purpose of the lawsuit has appeared to change, at least last week. When asked for what kind of relief or the result that Caramo was actually looking for, her attorneys were unable to explain that to a judge in court. They said that would be filed in writing. Her attorneys missed the deadline for those written documents last Friday. On the Detroit side of this, the city's attorneys say nothing is wrong with the city's process. That'll be happening here at Huntington Place, and they've asked that Caramo's attorneys be sanctioned more than $11,000 for trying to disqualify the judge from the case, calling it patently frivolous. Now, we are still waiting for that ruling. As I said here, I'm in contact with the court's office right now and haven't heard anything back, at least not so far as here at 12:02 this afternoon. This case, along with individual challenges going out to clerk's offices, though, are raising fears that there's an attempt to undermine the count even before the count has started. So we'll be watching this all day long for you. Back to you.
All right, Grant, I know you will. Thank you. As Americans prepare to vote at the polls tomorrow, law enforcement and election experts are warning of possible threats and intimidation.
And those concerns extend to Michigan as well. The Brennan Center for Justice, it's based in New York, but it's singling out Michigan as one of a handful of swing states where these threats and intimidation could occur.
Intimidation can happen anywhere that voters are voting. So anything that is meant to sort of deter someone from voting or makes them feel afraid about voting. So things like surveillance or, obviously people carrying weapons.
There are also concerns over threats to election workers. The FBI says last month it's seen an uptick in threats in major swing states, including Michigan. Election officials say any type of intimidation is against the law, and anyone who experiences problems is urged to contact police. And with time ticking down until those polls open tomorrow, the gubernatorial candidates are wasting no time to get their final words out before Election Day. Both Tudor Dixon and Gretchen Whitmer are crisscrossing the state today.
But before they did that, they joined us this morning on Local 4. Both sat down to talk to us, and we asked them about the concern law enforcement has about voter intimidation at the polls. Here's what each had to say.
Don't let anyone stand between you and your right to speak out and to elect your leaders. We will fight to ensure that every vote is counted. We had a free and fair election in the middle of a pandemic 2 years ago, audited 250 times, and it was accurate.
We certainly want people to just go out and get to the polls and vote safely without any interference. That's the goal. And we feel, like I said, we have a great team on the ground that is going to make sure that it is a fair voting process.
Expect more from Dixon's and Governor Whitmer's final whip around the state. We will have it all here for you on Local 4, Local 4 Plus, and clickondetroit.com.
And speaking of clickondetroit.com, we have all you need to know about tomorrow's election in our voter guide. The voter guide has easy to understand information on all of the races and can help you find your polling location. It's on the elections page of clickondetroit.com, and we have put it on the homepage as well. It's good to be prepared before you get there.
All right, well, changes are taking place in Metro Detroit because of rising cases of RSV.
We're talking about hospitals dealing with a flood of new patients, mainly children, and has one health system limiting who can visit. Nick Monticelli joins us now with more on that.
Cornwall Health, which is formerly Beaumont Health and one of the hospitals we're standing in front of here in Grosse Pointe, their doctors are concerned about the levels they're seeing inside the facilities, with nearly 90% of the pediatric beds filled with patients, and most have RSV. So because of that, this change, 5 and under cannot visit. A change at Cornwall Health, signifying just how bad the rising number of cases of RSV really is. Starting today at all of its hospitals, which are formerly Beaumont hospitals, children 5 and under will not be allowed in as visitors unless there are extraordinary circumstances. Why? The Michigan Health and Hospital Association says 89% of pediatric ICU beds are occupied. Just last week, a 6-year-old boy died, becoming our area's first RSV patient to not survive. Ellen Bloom works with the boy's father.
Whether you're a parent, whether you're not a parent, I mean, I don't think there's anyone that's heard this story that just hasn't really been, impacted by it and really taken a step back and felt for this family.
Mid-Michigan and Detroit area hospitals are seeing the highest number of beds taken by kids hospitalized with RSV.
We are holding patients in our emergency department that are waiting for beds upstairs because the inpatient units are full and the PICU is at capacity.
The word from doctors this afternoon is that if you think your child might have RSV, please call ahead of time. Don't just show up to the pediatrician's office or an emergency room. They want to hear from you, they want to talk to you, they want to figure some things out before they ask you to come in. I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Thank you, Nick. November 7th, and Nick is only wearing a sweater over a button-up shirt.
It is really nice, and I know it's not gonna last. So let's send things over to forewarned meteorologist Brandon Rue with a look at how long these cooler night, and by cooler I mean better, warmer temperatures are gonna last. Yeah, cool isn't good.
You're speaking my language. I love it like this. Ideal kind of temperatures. It is 5-10 degrees cooler than it was at noontime on Sunday, but 48 the cool spot up in the Thumb, Sandusky. We have 53 Pontiac right now. Howell right there at 53. City Airport 57. It's 56 officially Metro and 54 in Ann Arbor. Now, there is a cooler breeze here. We had a cool front come through earlier, and so these winds behind that front out of the west, 7 to 17, does keep a little cooler feels like temperature, but not much going on here locally. We do have just a little wispy cloud cover, northern lower. We're looking at wall-to-wall sunshine, and over the next couple of hours, really as good as it gets. Bright sun, so get out there, but probably sweatshirt or Nick Monticelli sweater weather here through the afternoon. I do have warmer temps coming, ladies, plus a lunar eclipse and a tropical storm.
I'll take the first two. Tropical storm, not so much.
I was going to say that's quite the tease. Yeah, we'll have to figure out what that's about.
All right, Brandon, thank you. Time is ticking away for your chance to become America's next billionaire.
After no jackpot winning Powerball tickets were sold on Saturday, the jackpot has climbed to $1.9 billion for tonight. That's a cash option of $929 million. Just in case you were wondering, the jackpot has been climbing since August 3rd. Tickets are $2 each and can be purchased in person or online until 9:45 tonight.
And we will have the winning numbers for you tonight on Local 4 News at 11. Coming up later in this hour, Nick Monticelli is taking a closer look at some of the interesting items that you can purchase with all that money, if you haven't already started dreaming about it.
Right, and that's a long list with all that money.
I know. I had a road trip yesterday with my mom, and we tried to find the most rural town in Michigan to buy our tickets.
That's where it gets lucky. All right.